that shit happen. Gang in them. Y'all see the weather out there right now? What y'all niggas on, bro? Rainy day schedule. We still on this RALFY report shit. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. We just signed in. Today's been a long day. Gotta smoke before I eat. It's only right, y'all. Gotta smoke before I eat. Cause like, you know. Whoa, that's what's going on in these YouTube streets.
On the set, niggas act like they was gonna do something, cause niggas thought I wasn't gonna beat me when they see me. Niggas thought I was gonna turn it down or something.
What's the word with the politicians? On 2-3, cuz they tried to put DW Flame out. He had to power up on the ops. It was a few of them and one of him. Guess they had the phones out recording, but still ain't dropped the footage. They must not be proud of it. DW had to get ahead of this fast though. He called Adam 22. He had to give his side of the story. For every headline read DW got carved like a pumpkin or sliced like a honey baked ham. I don't know how he let Papa put that blade on him. Supposed to be one of them in the pack had it on him too. DW was welling on his big homie. He looked up and felt like little buddy was gonna do it to him. Flame said he fell back into the store on camera. Like, shit, you hit me right here. My homie's gonna know who did this. When you in the spotlight as an artist, ops can't wait to try you. This was a squabble with a little bit of blade play. It could have went further, but it didn't. DW said thank God he left his Yiki in the car, cause he would have had an ESPN highlight, at least top 2, top 3.
On the set, niggas act like they was gonna do something, cause niggas thought I wasn't gonna beat me when they see me. Niggas thought I was gonna turn it down or something. Tell them niggas put out the footage. It got a little blood on there. I'm saying, still got chain, piece, everything. Niggas cutting me and all type of shit. They super. I'm insane. Hey, I guarantee you niggas won't put out footage, brother. I'm insane. Fuck. I'm trying to do right. You niggas want to play, cuz on BIG. Ain't lucky I couldn't get to my car, bro. I see, cuz. But I'm blessed, cuz. God. Let me leave the blower in that car, cuz. Hey, if I wasn't whooping feet, that's on the dead homies. If I wasn't putting your big homie down, all you little niggas who ain't help cuz, if I wasn't whooping cuz feet, I'm saying I'll set the streets on fire right now, nigga, and get the diss and everything on baby crib, nigga. But I want my specifics. I ain't saying crib. I want the specifics. You niggas was recording, but you niggas embarrassed on 2-3, cause little niggas didn't run up. That's a DP. Your hood should DP. I didn't even give a nigga a chance to say exactly which one they was from. Crip, nigga. Dead homie, y'all. Come on, cuz. Niggas think I rap, fool. They didn't move out the way. So they asked me if I'm the one nigga. Of course I am. But so the closest nigga to me, I feel like he gonna fire on me first. So I fire on him first and he touched the ground. Once he touched the ground, they from the opposite side.
Okay.
But yeah. Once he touched the ground, boom. The other 3 dudes that's with him, they fall back because they see that's their main one. So once they see him go down, they like, oh shit. But then one of the little dudes start clutching.
Oh.
Okay, cool. So my eyes on him, cool. So while I'm fighting, they big on me, boom. He not hitting me, but I end up feeling my face burning a little bit. I'm like, the fuck is that? Cool. Yeah, he like, yeah, like he did something. I'm like, what? Cool. But I look in his hand, it looked like a lighter. But it's the old school pocket knife. You remember the one that flip out? Like,
butterfly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, I see that. In my head, I'm like, you got to really penetrate skin for that to do something. Cool. Okay, so his legs already still noodles because I banged him and he didn't know I was gonna hit him out of nowhere. Cool. So every time I hit him, he's falling, whatever. But I see the dude clutching, the little dude clutching. So I step back under the camera in the store. So because if they gonna do it, I want the homies to be able to see who did it under the camera. You feel me? Cool. Whatever. So, but. As I'm fighting him again, I feel another slice on my other side. I'm like, okay. So I flinch at him one more time. When I flinch at him, I go to block the next one, and he kind of cut my arm open. Cool. But the whole time, he's still like stumbling. I got him all in the chips, all in the Doritos and the Cheetos and shit like that. Whatever. So the store dude come out, spray, pepper spray, whatever. They end up running, whatever. But they got one of the little dudes that they...
The only thing I don't get is why did he come on the internet to tell like niggas like you feel me? That situation happened like that was like a off-camera situation. It didn't get brought to the internet for you to bring it to the internet. You brought it to the internet first, so it's like, but it's like these nigga situations. I don't know if it's content now, but like, I don't think I would have been the first to bring the situation to the internet. Like maybe I don't even feel like I don't even clear myself, even if it's wrong or right. Like if it's something on the internet and it's not really said to me, I don't really like clear myself on some shit that wasn't said to me in front of me. Like I don't, what the fuck I look like saying or talking about some shit on the internet for? Like I don't know. I feel like it just makes no sense unless the conversation is in front of me at hand.
It was with, got footage. They was recording, and since I seen them recording, I made sure I did extras.
Oh, word. So you think they're gonna drop that footage?
That shit happened at 5:30. That shit would have been out. And they big homie got dropped at least 3 times.
Damn.
Yeah, when you see the camera, you're supposed to go up.
happened at 5:30 and shit. Like, this is
It's
crazy.
a DP for that. All his little homies that was right there because they ain't run up.
Damn, yo, the chat thinks that it was about the thing that you said on the podcast that one time.
Man, I don't know what the chat think it's about, but I know niggas ain't think that I was gonna perform like that. That's why they had the camera out.
Damn, bro. I mean, I'm glad you're all right because that one cut on your hand looked deep as hell.
Bro, it just so happened I left that motherfucker in the car because I was in a good area. I just was going in there real quick.
You was by yourself, Flame?
You said what?
You was by...
Left it in the car because you was in a good area. I mean, it ain't really too much a good area if you ran into your ops on camera. I mean, like, at the store, like, was you in Long Beach? Because, like, you ran into your ops. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, was it, like, it can't be a good area in the city. Like, if I'm in L.A., I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm in a good area, so, like, I'm going to leave it on me. Like, nah, I'm in L.A., like, ain't no good area. Like, you know?
By yourself?
Yeah.
Damn.
Facts, but shit, I'm blessed. It's a good day. I mean, if they want to drop it,
W Sahara.
tell them niggas to drop it. Crib Street, nigga. I'm saying crib. Go ahead, make my views go up.
Yeah, you're gonna go stupid viral if they put that shit out. So it's a gift and a curse, I guess.
I've been waiting on it. This ain't nothing that I don't want to see.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm glad you're all right though. That could have gone another way.
For real.
Facts. It could have went another way for them too. God protected them niggas because I could have had it on me.
No, yeah, like in that video you said like that, you know, you were grateful to God that you ain't have the blower, that it was in Whippy.
Because
You feel
either
me?
way, I would
Yeah.
have had to deal with a case.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's a good day though, Chad. Crib Street. One thing about DW, you never not gonna see me show up. And I don't know what niggas be thinking from the last little shit. Whatever y'all see on Money Bag Rose, I've been in the gym ever since then, boxing gym ever since then. Any of y'all niggas stupid enough to go to bed, you niggas want to act hard, you niggas gonna go to sleep. Dead homies.
Nah, I watched that fight a couple weeks ago. And yeah, are you planning on returning to the boxing thing?
No, I ain't no boxer. I'm a crib. But they brought up money. You bring up money, I'll get up in there with Mike Tyson.
We were talking about how you, like, we feel that of all the LA rappers, you'd actually be like one of the more formidable ones in a boxing scenario.
Hey, didn't I see y'all talking about LA rappers who go crazy and when they hit the county jail? Nigga, I'm one of the main niggas. When I go in there, everybody knows for sure. Yeah,
I believe it.
I ain't taking it from C-Mac, nigga, but and C-Mac more of a character, but I'm one of the niggas that's gonna take serious, cause fuck just fighting and all that shit. I always say you know.
Damn. Nah, for sure. Well, I'm glad you're all right, bro.
Yeah, stay up. Hey, peace and blessings, cuz everybody. It's a good day today, cuz.
Much love, bro.
All right, much love. DW Flame, legend. Appreciate you, dog.
Y'all think they gonna drop the footage? Or they gotta edit it up first? DW, a powerhouse when he fighting for his life. Them little dudes that was standing around ain't know what to do. Pop this fool or not, eh? He was damned if he did or damned.
More gang, it's been a few months now since the tragic mass shooting in Stockton, California that claimed the lives of 3 children and an adult and left over a dozen people wounded. Now, you might remember that I actually went to the scene of this incident to basically report on what happened, to tell the story of the deadly drill gang war that actually led up to this shooting. And there's actually some new information and some new developments that are coming out in the hunt for whoever was responsible for this senseless shooting. Now, I'm going to play you a little bit of the video that I made about this just to give you a little refresher of what happened, and then I'm going to tell you about some of the new things that are coming out related to this situation, and the authorities might be getting a little bit closer to working out what's going on. But November the 29th, 2025, around 100 people gathered at a venue called Monkey Space in the 1900 block of Lucille Avenue in North Stockton to celebrate the birthday of a toddler who, according to some online rumours, was the daughter of Nano MB. The event was organised by the daughter's mother, and in attendance were allegedly numerous known members of the Muddy Boys and Fly Boys, including Nano MB himself, as well as the rappers MB Nell and Flyboy Doggy, aka Doggy Threes. Just before the birthday cake was to be cut shortly before 6 p.m, several gunmen dressed in all black and covering their faces with masks would enter the venue, opening fire at the guests and sending the party into complete chaos. Sounds of the shooting were recorded on a nearby security camera, the audio capturing what sounded like semi-automatic weapons going off, a few shots followed by a short break before a sustained firing that sounded like dozens of shots going off in just a few seconds. Afterwards, as reporters would interview neighbours who heard the shooting, one man would recall how there had been 3 separate bursts of gunfire.
There was 3 sets of gunfire. The first set, there was a lot of rounds, I'm not sure exactly how many, and then they sounded kind of fireworky, and so I wasn't really too concerned about it, but then the next 2 sets came, gunfire came probably maybe a minute later.
After the smoke cleared, as the police and rescue personnel flooded the scene, they would find that 17 people were shot, including kids and adults, and most tragically, 4 of them would end up succumbing to their injuries, including 3 children, aged 8, 9, and 14, along with a 21-year-old man. The media would arrive soon after, finding a chaotic scene with numerous police cars stretched along the area near the location of the shooting, while numerous high-ranking city officials would gather to address the press.
They're advising 12 people have been shot.
We're doing CPR on 1, possible 12-year-old.
We have a 9-year-old that was shot.
We're following breaking news out of...
So look, it was a really tragic and senseless incident, and there's been a lot of media and reporting that's gone on since. Obviously, I did kind of a full breakdown of the gang war and the rap beef that was going on in Stockton leading up to this incident, and there's been a lot of really tragic other pieces of reporting on it. The father of one of the victims, Amari, he recounted the tragic moments at the scene of the party, and he basically described feeling like he was put in a position where he had to decide which one of his children he would have to try and protect first. So it was harrowing.
And I didn't go there because of these people were going to be there. I just went there because my wife wanted to go because they asked to bring my baby girl over there. Because it was a baby's party. So we wanted our babies to be together. I didn't know all these other people was going to be there and be doing all this crazy mess. So, like, I ain't gonna never let us down, and I don't feel safe. My kids don't feel safe. My wife don't feel safe. The hardest thing was, like, okay, it's bullets flying. Which baby do I go for? Which one do I go for? Then people running everywhere. I'm like, oh, I didn't lost sight of him. I'm like, damn, I gotta find. She was the first one that I seen, so I grabbed her. Then he was the second one, but it was too late. So I don't know, maybe I should have just went for him first. Maybe I should have just, knowing that I heard the gunshots, I should have just ran to him first.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Oh my, it's heartbreaking, man. It's so heartbreaking. Now, as there's been a lot of talk about, you know, the targets of the shooting, the young rappers that were kind of involved in this ongoing drill gangster rap feud in Stockton, and according to reports, the rapper MB Nell, who was kind of involved in this big beef, basically he was apparently shot at the party and went into hiding immediately afterwards. So this is a post that was going around where basically, you know, I believe his father actually came out to kind of speak about what was going on. It said rapper targeted in Stockton mass shooting is hiding out, fearing for his life after being shot at little girl's birthday party, his father said. And his father would basically explain that, you know, MB Nell would be hiding out, fearing for his life. And there would be a lot of kind of, you know, there would be a lot of debate as to whether the father was talking too much, whether he shouldn't have done that. But essentially, a lot of rumours and speculation about who was responsible would circulate, and they would basically link 2 possible gangs to the shooting. One of them being the West Side Lewis Park Piru Bloods. Basically, they're saying that both the Fly Boys, who were the victims, and the Lewis Park Pirus, who were the alleged shooters, had Tommy G episodes in the lead up to the incident. And, you know, Tommy G is obviously very well known for going and reporting on, you know, violence and gangs in different areas, different hoods. And, you know, unknowingly, he'd actually gone and made separate videos on people on both sides of this deadly gang war. People saying, will he be used in the federal indictment? They already know. Lewis Park also had someone recently, about a year or less ago, go down for shooting a police officer. These guys are really major crash outs. I mean, that's pretty terrifying. But, like, you know, they're saying Lewis Park Bloods, not Pirus. Apparently they're not Pirus. They are Pirus, some people are saying. Anyway, okay. Another gang that a lot of people were thinking might have had something to do with this was, of course, EBK, the Everybody Killers, most known for the rapper EBK J-Bo, who are closely allied with the Lewis Park Bloods. However, members from EBK would come out immediately after the shooting and deny responsibility. They would separate themselves, but at the same time, who would want to be associated with this, especially if you did actually do it? I'm not saying they definitely did it, but I am saying that they are on the opposing side of the gang war of the people that got shot and were targeted in this incident. So this was EBK members reacting to the MB Nell shooting. This is EBK Lebo saying, "Stop tagging us, we don't condone that." EBK Lil Play saying, "Violence towards kids is unacceptable, we don't condone none of that, like at all. Plus, we're all in jail, clear our names from this shenanigan, free the innocent." People saying, "Stop tagging us, we don't condone that." Saying, "No, we don't do anything with kids, EBK versus everybody. We don't like you guys either." Saying, "So we killing hella kids and stuff now, bunch of tomatoes." Saying, "Lol, we all in jail." So a lot of them were in jail, unfortunately. But, okay, there would be a serious hunt for justice. Now, in the month after this actually happening, in December of 2025, the reward being offered for any information to basically try and solve the case would actually raise up to $130,000, as the FBI and the ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms, would actually join the case. So there'd be federal support, $130,000, and I did literally go to this location and see what was going on. It was really, really sad. So it says, authorities continue to hunt for the killers involved in Saturday's mass shooting. Rewards for information on the case have grown to $130,000. On Friday, Stockton's Crime Stoppers announced it had increased its reward to $55,000 for any information leading to the arrest of those responsible for the attack, which killed 4 people, 3 of them children. The offer included $10,000 from Mayor Christina Fugazi, $5,000 from City Council member Mariella Ponce, and unlike some reward offers, Crime Stoppers noted a conviction of the perpetrators was not required. They just need info. The agency said the cash reward was payable upon the arrest of a suspect or suspects in this imaginable crime, and federal agencies are also providing rewards in an effort to draw out information from the public. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives announced Friday they're offering up to $20,000, and the ATF is just one of several agencies working with the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office on the investigation. And earlier in the week, the FBI said it was offering a reward of up to $50,000. So essentially, you can make a bag if you want to turn some of these guys in now. Okay, roughly, kind of for the first time, alleged shooters had Tommy G episodes in the lead up to the incident. And people, 3 of them children. The offer included $10,000 from...
That nigga said you can make a bag right now if you know, like, this nigga is funny as hell. He's dead serious too.
Information from the public. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives announced Friday they're offering up to $20,000, and the ATF is just one of several agencies working with the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office on the investigation. And earlier in the week, the FBI said it was offering a reward of up to $50,000. So essentially, you can make a bag if you want to turn some of these guys in now. Okay, roughly, kind of for the first time in roughly 50 days since it happening. Okay, in mid-January, the police would finally release some information. They would actually release photos of the vehicles apparently used in the drill, as seen on surveillance video.
Dark November night, where 4 people were killed and 13 others were injured. Investigators now say these 2 cars were somehow involved.
This revitalizes the case. This brings new media attention, new interest.
These images mark the first public lead investigators have released, and former San Joaquin County District Attorney Tori Verbo Salazar says that may be intentional.
From an investigator standpoint, why would they release these now?
Because you need to move this case. You need to shake it up. You know, it'll go stale fast. And, you know, other cases come along, detectives get busy, other shootings happen, things keep moving. And so it's hard to keep putting the enormous amount of resources that they put towards this case without seeing some progress.
Earlier this month, the sheriff said investigators had received more than 6,000 hours of video in the case. His office has not confirmed whether these newly released photos came from that footage.
Oh, they just need a break. Somebody's going to recognize this vehicle and said, my neighbor drives it.
All you gotta do is oh, you've never used samples like this before.
Let me show you why I stopped paying for all my other sample libraries. This is Arcade by Output.
Kit Generator is like the best thing about Arcade that I've seen so far.
Check this out. You can also drag and drop your own samples into Arcade and generate custom playable.
That car, you know, or I've seen, you know, that night I saw my neighbor speed down the street. it'll start to put the pieces together.
As law enforcement.
So it did. Apparently it did. And within sort of less than a month of that happening, as of 2 days ago, only 2 days before I'm making this video on February the 5th, investigators would actually announce that these very vehicles have been found and seized for evidence. So whoever was driving these cars is in a lot of trouble.
We're following breaking news in San Joaquin County right now. The sheriff's office says they have located 2 vehicles believed to be tied to the Stockton mass shooting in November, where 4 people were killed, 13 others were injured, including children. Officials say they've been processed for evidence. They're now collecting DNA. Investigators previously said these cars were spotted on surveillance footage from the night of that deadly shooting. Anyone with information is asked to call the sheriff's office.
Now look, I'm no big time gangster, right? But from what I understand, and if you watch my video about the Chicago shooting that happened a few days ago, if you do something this serious, I'm not condoning it, I'm not trying to give anyone tips, but if something this serious goes down, people usually burn the vehicles afterwards. The fact these vehicles have been found intact is very, very bad for those involved. There's not just potentially DNA evidence inside these vehicles, could be fingerprints, could be any kind of, links to the people. Even if they're stolen cars, they're going to be able to track and trace where they've been. There could be electronic onboard data that tells where these cars have been, where they've traveled. There might even be any kind of other sort of not recording devices, but I've heard in cases before where people have connected their cars to their phones with Apple CarPlay. That data is going to track you to the vehicle. Even if you didn't take your phone on the drill, you put your Apple CarPlay on after you stole the car, you're in a lot of trouble, okay? So these guys are cooked, right? And this is new information. There's not really many views on this. This has got just 1,000 views. There's no comments on it. But people on Reddit have reacted to the news, and they've basically been saying that the shooters are about to be cooked, okay? This is more photographs of the cars. People saying them boys in blue are coming soon. This is one of the vehicles, okay? So they'd like to thank the community for their partnership and continued support. We've identified and recovered both vehicles of interest used in the Stockton mass shooting. The vehicles have been processed for evidence, and we're in process of collecting DNA comparison, okay? It says 5-0 in Stockton. They said they found the whips that was used in the mass shooting that took place back in November. I'm not going to say what it says next. And so they really didn't burn them cars up, not at all. So once the feds got into the mix, there was no way this case was going cold. It says New York and Cali is 2 places you ain't getting away with nothing, especially not something like that. They're going to make sure the crime gets solved by any means. There's no cap. In California, everyone go inside after popping a couple shots and missing. It says their own people are snitching for immunity and future favors from the police department and the feds. Everyone a real one until they hear the sirens getting closer and closer. 95% of all cases are solved by someone snitching, and if there's a $130,000 reward, you might as well collect. It says this, gangbanging is only real outside of the interrogation room. This guy says, I live in Stockton, this is for real. Hopefully they get these guys. 3 children were killed as well as an adult. I have kids too, bro. That was not alright. It says they know who did it. They've been watching them for months, building up a RICO. The whole gang's going to be extinct. That's what it's going to be, okay? Unfortunately, that is what's going to be. They're saying they better do the race because they're coming soon to a hood near you. So look, okay, I feel like this was a very heinous crime. I personally, as much as we like drill music, gangster rap, all that stuff, when kids start losing their lives, yeah, we're going to have to wrap it all up. Everybody's going to have to go to jail. We're going to have to, sets are going to have to go extinct, okay? You guys, it's over with, okay? It's very, very unfortunate, and I think this just goes to...
Them niggas just tripping. I should probably charge my phone while these Santa Ana winds blowing and shit.
And happy happening now here in the WRL Live Center this morning. 49ers defensive lineman Keon White here was shot after the Super Bowl at a post-Super Bowl event. And if this name sounds familiar to you, that's because he is a Garner native and went to Garner High School. Authorities say that he was hosting an event at a nightclub after the Super Bowl where he was shot in the ankle following some type of altercation there in San Francisco. The 49ers releasing a statement saying that Keon White was a victim of a shooting and sustained a bullet wound to his ankle this morning in San Francisco. He's currently undergoing surgery at a local hospital. Of course, this is a story that we will continue to follow here in the live.
The 49ers, one of their players shot early this morning in San Francisco. The team says defensive end Keon White was shot in the ankle. Good evening. I'm Claudine Wong.
And I'm Mike Meeback. San Francisco police confirming they did respond to a report of shots fired on Mission right near South Van Ness, 4 o'clock this morning. Police did not identify White as the victim, but the team has since confirmed he was shot.
Police described his injury as non-life-threatening. According to police, officers responded to reports of a shooting following an argument that started inside of a business. No arrests have been made. A suspect has not been identified. I spoke with Dr.
Details in a shooting that hurt 49ers defensive end Keon White. It happened early yesterday morning at a nightclub in San Francisco's Mission District. Our partners at SF Standard report White was hosting a Super Bowl party at Delia Lounge on Mission Street. At some point, White got into an argument involving rapper Lil Baby. That's when White was shot in the ankle. Nearby residents say they were woken up by police activity.
Windows like right by my bed, and so I saw lights. Like I think that's why I woke up at first. I think I kind of knew that it was
kind of crazy. Hold on, chat. Let me go get my charger. I need all my phones charging, just in case. Chad, it's raining hard as fuck. I thought I was tweaking. Like, it's raining hard. It's raining hard as a bitch. Chad, it's raining like a motherfucker. You gotta grab a nug from each little. Yeah, I need a nug from each gas pack. And that's how you know when you rolled up some like stupid shit. You feel me? Mix it up a little bit. Smoking on gas. This shit just looks so beautiful. Like the gas looks beautiful, chat. Like Mailman and P. I bought silver. Silver. Prediction. Let's just look at the prediction.
I started a business to give old clothes a new life, and Chase has supported me from the beginning.
Big moves in the silver market. We are moving through a historic time. Big reasons why we want to keep a close eye on what's going on in China. They are dictating the future of the silver price, and we got a lot to cover when it comes to China today. But what about $200 silver? What about $700 per ounce silver? Is that where the price should be right now? There's some analysts that are saying this, and we've got a really cool example that shows us from a historic basis we should or could very likely be at $700 silver right now. One thing I do know for sure, thank you for joining me down here in the basement. It's a big honor when you come down here and are part of this community. Please subscribe to the channel. That way, every time we do an update, you'll get alerted. We're going to stay on top of what's happening in the silver and gold sector. We're going to do it together because
since I bought my silver, it went up 2.92%. That's fly. I like that.
You're going to give this a thumbs up. You're going to press that bell notification. Most important, really, seriously, we want you to come back. This is just a cold, dark, dank basement without you. The silver price is down today. We're going to talk about that, the reason why we're getting this volatility on a short-term basis. And then we got to zoom out and talk about China because it's fascinating. But it's all about the dollar right now, guys. The dollar index is dictating the silver price. Yesterday, we had a rather large downdraft in, let me pull up a 5-day chart. This is the DXY index. This measures the US dollar against a number of other cruddy fiat currencies. Let me see if I can get the, no, I don't want to subscribe. Hold on here. Okay, as you can see, this is a 5-day chart. The dollar has been going down. That is providing support to the gold and silver price, but on a short-term basis. And there's a big reason why we want to look at the DXY index on a long-term basis, because it gives us massive reason to be optimistic about where we could go. Let's go out here and look at this on a long-term basis, and I'm going to draw something for you. Boy, the web is not cooperating today. Here we go. All right, here we go. Hold on. As you can see, this is where we are right now in the DXY index, around 100, a little below 100. But if we draw a line on this chart, right there at the 100 level, you can see that many times in the past, we've gone significantly below 100. Here's 75. As you can see, we hit 75 at this time frame. We hit it again in this time frame as well. What happened, and the reason why this is so important, is that between about 2001, which is right there, and 2011, the DXY index, as you can clearly see on this chart, went down. But also, the most important thing, I'm going to look you in the eye when we say this, right? Because look, guys, hold on here. We got a long way down that we could go from where we are down to 75, which has happened many times. We were even down probably around 80 back here. What happened, though, during this time period right here, from 01 to 2011, now I'm going to look you in the eye, is the price of silver went from below $5 per ounce all the way to $50 per ounce. And guess what? That was a speculative, futures-driven paper type rally. This time, things really are different. One of those big things that is different is China, and China is ruling the roost. Now, some people claim when it comes to the world economy, we're not even going to lump India in there with them because India is a major factor as well. But if we just focus right now on what's going on with China, I got a lot of reasons why we can be optimistic about the gold and the silver price in particular. Let's start right here in that.
So like, I need to get more silver because China trying to get it all. So basically, that's all I'm hearing. Get my silver, take it to China, sell it to them, get their dollars worth of money for my shit, and I can probably get more money. Because they don't want my US dollars in China. They want my silver. Yeah. They don't want my US dollars out there. They gonna want my silver. So if I take my silver and go get some money over there, they might strip my ass. But yeah, I can probably get more out of my money selling my silver somewhere else. Can I do that? At this point, buy the silver in America and sell it somewhere else. Let's hear more on this silver talk.
That is, oh, this is warning. Hold on a minute. I made that too small. Bear with me. We are live. Here we go. We're up to 100%. Here we go. This was shared by Mr. Brian Kuzmar, okay? This is the warning that's coming up, and I'll explain to you why. The Shanghai Gold Exchange will be closed from February 15th through February 23rd with no night trading on February 13th, resuming on February 24th. It's their, I think, Chinese New Year celebration. Guys, they're going to shut down the precious metals markets for what, 8 days? 11 days? There's different dates out there about this. Yeah, it looks like about 8 days. Leaving the price, this is the danger, this is the warning of gold and silver in the capable hands of the LBMA and the COMEX for the week. I mean, China, look, when we say China king, we aren't talking about the place where you go get the Chinese lunch buffet. China has become the king of the precious metals. The warning here, and we've experienced this in previous years, that when the Chinese market does shut down for their annual celebrations, sometimes, let's say there's a little bit of manipulation. What? At the LBMA and the COMEX of the gold and the silver price. So I just want to set the table for you as we move into this time period that we might be in for some interesting developments in the price of gold and silver. Who knows which way it could go, because there's a lot more to cover about what's going on in China. This is our normal data that we look at almost every single day, but there's actually two big things in this data that indicate to us that things just aren't right in the silver market right now. When I say not right, I mean that these reasons give us some optimistic feelings about silver. Peter Spina shared this. China is being drained of silver down to fresh lows, about 31 tons to only 318 tons. Shanghai could be emptied out in the coming weeks at this aggressive rate. We know what's going on at the COMEX, right? With what, 400 million ounces outstanding for March delivery and only about 100 million ounces in the vaults. But what is happening in China to the vaults is also crazy interesting. But there's something else on this report. This came from our friend Oriental Ghost. Guys, of course, in China, the actual silver price, we look at this almost every day now. We've been looking at it for years, but now everybody's bringing it up. On the Shanghai Gold Exchange, right there it is right there, silver. This is the physical price of silver in China, close to $88 per ounce. Now, when we go down here, these are the vaults. There's the vaults down there on the lower left at the Shanghai Futures Exchange. As you can see, 318,000 kilograms, down 31. Okay, it almost lost 10% of their total yesterday. But what's even more interesting that we want to point out in this data, hold on here, I'm going to erase it all, is this. If you look at the spot price of silver in China, $88, look at the futures price. Look how much higher it is. Okay, 90, there's like a $5 price difference. Let's talk about what's going on in the West between the COMEX and the LBMA. The prices are just about equal in the United States between the spot market and the LBMA and the futures market on the COMEX. There's no real difference, but there is this huge difference in China. Now, there's a reason why that's so important. Again, in the West, right? We're in a state of, we're not in backwardation.
I'm just trying to get hit. I'm trying to know a mailman to peanut.
Not in contango. We're in a state of backward tango, we would call it, about equilibrium, about equal. Last I checked, about an hour ago. Maybe it's changed a little bit. That's not the point. The point is that in China, the fact that the futures price is so much higher, some people are speculating That's because of that big, massive short position that Mr. Bian has. And that's what's causing this massive price, this massive state of contango in the Chinese markets. Maybe not massive, that was not the right word to use, but significant, right? Especially when compared to the Western markets. So the vaults are draining. That's the number one takeaway. Number two, they are in a state of, at minimum, what we would call healthy contango, and there is a speculation that could be caused by what's happening with this massive short position, which has been ruled to be, I don't know, inappropriate, whatever the case may be. And don't forget, Mr. Bian, he's the Chinese billionaire that made $3 billion going long on gold and has a 15 million ounce short position in silver. When he's short, he's got to pay all that back. He's got to buy all that silver back, which could create a massive, at some point, anyone who's short has to cover their short, has to buy the metal back, right? That could, speculation. Look, do your own research, form your own opinions. You got a good head on your shoulder. We know that, right? Google told me you're sophisticated, but it does make good common sense that we could be setting up for what could be a really epic short squeeze. Let's go out here to the Kobesi letter, one of the most respected sources of financial information out there, period. Let's see, how many followers do they have on X now? 1.3 million followers. Silver, they bring up an interesting point about the situation in China as well. Silver inventories on the Shanghai Futures Exchange are collapsing. Shanghai's silver available for delivery is down to just 350 tons, the lowest since 2015. If my math is correct, that's longer than 10 years, guys.
So basically, since China running low on their silver, they're going to have to buy their silver from us. Well, basically, whoever got the silver, because they're going to need their silver to pay, to hold the market. That's kind of like crazy. Like, they running out of silver, but they still selling you silver with the guarantee that they have silver. But they're running out of the silver that they saying that they have. So in order to back all these people money, they need to buy more silver. That's what they're saying, right, Mailman and B? That's what I'm hearing. exchange contract promise for physical silver, but the Shanghai exchange and the companies don't have the physical metal to deliver the paper market or a Ponzi scheme manipulate silver. Oh, so basically what I just said. So long as the Ponzi scheme is actually going and they keep getting people money to donate, they gonna need the real silver to buy from a nigga like me who got the actual silver and not just putting my money into like the stocks of silver. Yeah, so basically I need the more physical silver I can possibly have. So when the market do go up and all the people who buying digital silver and they don't have no actual silver, they're gonna have to buy the silver from me to accommodate for those who bought digital silver. That makes sense. Let me keep listening.
That's 11 years, the lowest that they've had in the Shanghai Futures Exchange in terms of available inventory. And it's even more stunning, right? This puts this in perspective, that marks an 88% decline from the 3,000 tons seen in January 2021. This tightness has been exacerbated by heavy silver exports from China to London in 2025, when London had their squeeze, which alleviated the global physical squeeze, but depleted local stocks in China even further, okay? Danger zone when it comes to the amount of silver available in China. Now, let's go to another story out of China. This one from Alistair McLeod, another like long time, decades. For those of you who are new, Alistair McLeod is like one of the...
The real question is, why do they want so much silver over there in China? Like, did they make a deal with some aliens or something? Like, why does the world want so much gold and silver right now? Like, is the aliens like, nigga, we need gold and silver. And if you guys don't pay us, we gonna get y'all motherfuckers. So... collect that shit from them motherfuckers and bring it to us, bitch. And, you know, we won't fuck with y'all.
One of the gods of the silver and gold community. He says, Mr. Bian, okay? Bian Xingming. Yeah, that's the Chinese billionaire who sold silver short. Sold silver futures short, equivalent of 450 tons on the Shanghai Futures Exchange. He is now stopped from selling anymore, and the Shanghai Futures Exchange is closed over their New Year's celebration that we covered earlier next week. When anything can happen, alternatively, he will have to deliver 450 tons. In purple, conditions for a massive bear squeeze. Again, this is Alistair McLeod pointing this out. We'll leave it at that. Mic drop. And then on top of it all, the Chinese cherry on top, and this goes back to what we started.
Like, all these things being in the need for silver, but why did it pick up like so crazy? Silver and gold, it picked up crazy, bro. In 2015, gold was $1,200 an ounce, bro. That's all we had was orange chicken and 24K, 22 and 18. You know what I'm saying? And I remember Finesse bought 100 gram fucking gold. I mean silver. What's it called? And he paid $500 for that shit, bro. If he would have had that right now, that would have been worth 9 bands, bro. Just imagine if a nigga would have bought like 10 $500 issues. That should have been worth 9 bands each. It was some shit like that. Or maybe he had a kilo. It was something around that price. But gold was like cheap as fuck. It was $1,200 an ounce. Now it's $5,000. You know how much all this shit has tripled and quadrupled? Silver gonna go up too, cause all these niggas keep wearing not fake jewelry, but like cheap jewelry. So like now silver gonna be like the new expensive jewelry because all these niggas going silver instead of going gold.
Started the show talking about with the US dollar, William Middlecoop brings up. This explains why the dollar is down and gold and silver are up. This is from yesterday because China, the Chinese government urges the banks to curb US Treasury's exposure on market risk. I'll just read the first orange section there. Chinese regulators have advised financial institutions to rein in their holdings of US Treasuries, citing concerns over concentration risk and market volatility. The takeaway here, guys, is China and the rest of the world are moving away from US Treasuries, which means they're moving away from the US dollar, and they are moving to what? We know what they're moving to. They're moving to gold. Because now the world central banks hold more gold as reserves than they do as US Treasuries. Okay, that's a lot of deep information. China King, right? It's not just a fast Chinese takeout place where you can get a $6 Chinese lunch special. Well, they're not even $6 anymore. Susie and I used to get the $6 lunch special at the China King by our house. Now they're $12. Let's talk about silver and gold. Then we're going to talk about Bad Bunny. Then we're going to talk about $200 silver, $700 silver. But think about the Chinese, the last point we'll make on China, the Chinese lunch special to silver ratio. It used to be $5, right? When silver was $20 an ounce. You could get 4 Chinese lunch specials for 1 ounce of silver. What is it now? Let's say it's $10, okay? But the price of silver has gone up to $80. So now you can, if you saved in US fiat dollars, right, it cost you twice as much to get that Chinese lunch special. If you saved in silver over the last 4 years, instead of getting 4 lunch specials at the Chinese restaurant for 1 ounce of silver, now you get what? Oh my gosh, 8, double. So silver's done pretty well. A great store of value, even when you measure it against the Chinese lunch specials at your local Chinese takeout section, okay? Bad Bunny. Did you know who Bad Bunny was? A week ago today, sitting down here, honestly, I'd never heard of Bad Bunny. Maybe I saw it mentioned just a couple times, and then before the Super Bowl took off, Bad Bunny, not a political statement. I know it kind of got politicized. This is not a political channel, but he said something very interesting, apparently, during his halftime show about silver and gold. Let's touch on that, and then we're going to talk about the miners, and then we're going to talk about some unbelievable developments that show us that we could have months. Let's go out here and see what this chart's been going around everywhere, but this came from the White Metal Supremacist. The last time junior silver miners were this undervalued relative to the price of silver was in 2016. Look what it did after that. Have a nice day. And we're going to look at this chart, and I'm going to draw on here for you quickly, but this chart shows the price of the Junior Silver Miners Index. That's the SILJ, which is around $30, $35 per unit right now, compared to the silver price. And as you can see over here, that ratio is at like almost an all-time low. As of the printing of this, it was right above 0.3. As you can see, the last time we were there, that C19, that spike down that we had, but also in 2016. Guys, the silver mining stocks are priced like silver is at $25 or $35 per ounce. Previous times that we got down to those 3 red circled sections, one of which is right now, that ratio exploded. If the silver price stays where it is, let's say silver stays at $80 per ounce, easily, if the SILJ index were to go to that level, we could see a doubling or even a lot more than that, because it's gotten a lot higher. You can see up here is 1 on the chart and 1 over here. The reason why that's so important, even if you're invested in silver mining stocks, well, look, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, but it shows how much upward momentum that the silver mining stocks can have in this environment. okay? And that's just if silver stays where it is. But the other big reason why we want to pay attention to that is because if the silver mining stocks get just a smidge more attention, like they obviously deserve, that will bring more people into the silver ecosystem, right? And could lead to more and more people paying attention to silver, buying physical silver, not just the mining stocks. It's very interesting. On that note, I have a special sponsor for today's video, Apollo Silver. This is about 3 minutes long. It's got a lot of great...
Silver, silver, silver. I need it all.
On getting this guy off the road. They are devoting more resources. They are adding additional units to triangulate and get into his vicinity as soon as he drives safe enough to continue the pursuit. Right now it's tracking mode. The LAPD air support helicopter is doing the work here, following him from above, and now it looks like he's getting it might be showing signs of getting onto the freeway here. He's just crossing Central Avenue. Looks like he's on his phone again, trying to make a phone call, speeding down Imperial Highway here. So we'll see what they decide to do here. But right now he is driving way too dangerously to continue the pursuit on the ground. Right now you can see him actually doing wheelies, speeding right through intersections, and just a few moments ago, guys, even riding onto the sidewalk without any hesitation whatsoever. So a dangerous rider on this bike here, believed to be armed and full of antics as he continues this pursuit, guys.
Today, the LA Police Commission voting to approve a big advancement in the LAPD's drone program, adding docking stations around the city.
That's right, and our assignment editor, Mike Rogers, is at the desk with the advancements to the program that is already in place.
Yeah, so this is called in LA, it's called the Drone as First Responders program. And essentially, it has drones responding to 911 calls to get there ahead of officers to be able to get eyes on the scene to provide officer safety. Well, today, the LA Police Commission approved a new donation by the LA Police Foundation for 2 new drones and new docking stations. I want to show you a promotional video by the company that's putting this all together. Skydio is what it's called. They provide this for law enforcement agencies around
this the shit y'all need to be worried about
the country, and there are these big docking stations. Las Vegas Metro just did these as well, that essentially can be placed around the city, and law enforcement can launch the drone from a central command center, so wherever they choose that to be, if that's at their communications center or a specific police station. Now, here specifically in the LA area, they approved the donation of 2 new drones and several of these docking stations that would go both on police stations throughout the city, as well as several private locations that apparently they have become in a partnership with. Now, these drones can provide real-time video to law enforcement officers on the ground and can be controlled, as you see here, through a central command center. Of course, there are a lot of privacy concerns with something like this, so the LAPD has actually set up a website where you can track every time they're using the drone, what for, and where it has been. The LAPD says they'll only do this in cases of 911 calls. This is not a program where they'll just fly drones randomly throughout the city. I want to pull it up here because I can show you some examples of exactly when they're using. You can see here it launched from police headquarters and came down here by the 10 freeway. We'll click on another one and it'll take you over here where they used it and flew almost to the same area. You can go all through these and you can filter it by date, by time, on all of these different things and see exactly what the department is using these drones for and where. And of course, the more we click on, the more results that we will start to get on the screen. But it's this interactive map that provides information for all over the city and helps people better understand what these drones are being used for. So if this is something that you want to see and want to know what the LAPD is using the drones for, we've got a link to this website specifically on our website, cbsla.com/SeenOnTV. Now, before this drone program can officially be expanded, the LA City Council rather has to give its final approval as well. This is just the first step in accepting the donation.
Bro, they want cameras in the sky. They want cameras on the street. They want to do everything except doing what they got to do.
From the police side.
They want to be able to sit in they talking about sitting the drones out before they respond. No, get your bitch ass up and respond to wherever the fuck you got to go. Bitch. Oh no, they want to send the drones out before they go. Like, what if they needed a human there to fix the situation before things got out of control, but then you guys took so long and now some shit escalated.
Guys,
sounds like transparency at work here. Okay, Mike, thanks.
Apparently you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if this is going to be possible. Revive
new year-round stations. Russia is running seismic surveys in contested territory. Antarctica is protected by an international treaty that bans mining and territorial claims. In 2048, that protection can be reviewed, and when it is, presence becomes power. So what is under the ice that is worth this much effort? What are they actually looking for? This is New Nature, and we spent weeks pulling together.
What y'all think is over there? Some different type of diamonds and shit? You think it's some new stones? I don't know, but he got too many views. I can't watch his shit.
below thick ice over 8 feet, strong steel cable, shake violently as if about to break. Pieces of ice popped up, brittle under the terrible pressure. On the white surface, wind sound, the screeching sound of the steel winch.
Oh, I for sure can't watch this. That one almost got me zapped.
When it was time to add my son to our car insurance, I was scared to even think about my wallet.
I just paid $800 for what might be the ugliest abandoned storage unit I've ever bought. $800, why? Well, there's lots of very clean looking Nikes and Jordans. There's a nice gaming PC. There's shoe boxes. There's hats and clothes that looks like the tags are still on them. I think there's gonna be a lot of money in this unit.
And later in the video, I'll explain how the former owner of this storage unit went from local rapper to federal fugitive in prison.
I don't even know where to start on this. How do you even manage to store your stuff like that? I feel like
grab.
this took more effort than actually just storing it nicely. Like, I don't understand. But like I said, from the front, you can see a lot of the hats still have the tags on them. I mean, these are $39 hats right here, these kind of hats. There's one, there's another one, same thing, $39 hats. Here's another one. That one doesn't have a tag on it, but still, just right at the front, there's another Chicago Bull, $32 hat on that one. Now, will it get retail for these? Of course not. But look, there's a Miami Dolphin one. Still has a tag on it again, $35 on this one. But I mean, retail, I've been in this unit for 30 seconds and I've already pulled out like $200, $300. So that's all I think this whole unit's gonna be. Look at this. You got more Chicago here. You got another one here. I all still have the stickers on it. And this is one handful that I'm slowly starting to run out of space for right here. But New York Yankees, every team. I know, this is wild. But I mean, look at all this value right here. This is my first handful. And there's probably, like I said, $300 retail right here. I don't know what to do besides just start grabbing stuff and looking and trying to make different piles of like what's donatable and what's worth keeping. But I don't even recognize these brands, like a Becker and Mercer. What do you think?
Yeah, I would keep it. I mean, it looks like a kid's jacket, but it's nice. So.
I think it's just small because those hats were size 6 and like a quarter or something. That's a really small head.
Yeah.
So it might just be a small dude that owned it. Let's see in here. This is what I was hoping to start finding too. These right here, I mean, they don't have a price tag on them, but it's the fact that it's new with tag.
Who is this nigga, bro?
Looks like it's licensed bulls.
Where are the orphan shoes? They have to be in here somewhere.
Just
white t-shirts, like he didn't have enough of those.
Right, white t-shirt.
No.
This is just
do it, Nike. Where is it at?
Pull it.
Yeah, literally, just do that. Just, hey, I see a shoe. Where? Right there. I see one. Is that one of the ones you're missing?
I see another one. I don't think so.
Hey, this one is.
Is it?
That one is.
Okay. Yeah, this maroon one.
Yep.
Right here.
So we saved an orphan shoe, but we found another one.
Right. There was another pair that looked exactly like this one. That's why I thought it was out here. So there's 3 now that we're missing.
We must find them.
All right. Let's move this.
Where are their brothers? Or oh, I see money. Look. Hey. Hey. Well, I've been finding silver change all throughout this unit. Just saying.
Every time he picks it up, he's like, Hey, your nickel.
Another nickel? I mean, let's look at my pocket really quick. This is where I'm at right now. I've got to be at like $3 or $4.
I have a hotel card.
Hey.
Don't some people put money in these things though?
Possible.
Okay, trash. There's nothing in there.
Come on. Where's my shoes?
We need shoes.
Where are the shoes? I don't like the brown stain on that towel.
Well, I just touched it.
Yep, sure did. I'm not seeing them, huh?
Bring me a pack of Nike socks.
I think we're gonna have a few orphan shoes, unfortunately.
No, we still have a corner.
I'm losing hope, slowly, but surely.
This is.
What is that?
Tommy Hilfiger, maybe?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little jacket.
Like weird green.
And we'll look through these clothes more
All right,
too.
let's see.
Where?
I
don't.
It's not anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
This right here, no DNA. I
Mm.
don't see. Is this a jersey?
Shorts.
No, they look like
Boxing shorts. Yeah, that's what they look like. Boxing shorts.
All right, I don't see
No.
any shoes, but I found a dime. I found another dime and some pennies.
Let's go. At least we're racking up the change.
Nope, 3 orphan shoes.
No.
And bang, look at all of these beautiful shoes right here. I think I just counted 32 total pairs, and you guys just seen that. Most of these are well over $150+. We ended up with 3 stragglers, unfortunately, over here. They didn't have any matches.
You motherfuckers weak. All that shit trash. I think I might have to bring Ming Pao out. I might have to bring Ming Pao out, but if I bring Ming Pao out, yeah, I'm gonna be tired. Let's see what's
YouTube's AdBlitz is your front row seat to all the big game ads and exclusive creator content.
Testing him for if he was drinking, but they don't want to test him.
Oh, okay.
What about they be drinking tonight?
Yeah, the undercover
You
cops.
know how they be at the bars all the time.
Cool.
This nigga's clean.
Chat, what the fuck is they all doing out there? This is like downtown. No, this is like right on King and like in between Jefferson. In between Broadway and North Broadway when it split up. What the fuck are they doing just hanging out right there? Chat.
Bitch, these Rick Owens, no, these ain't no Bob Barkers. You just gotta ball harder. The Call of Duty chops made his whip Paul Walker. Bitch, these Rick Owens, no, these ain't no Bob Barkers. You can trophy up, you just gotta ball harder. Another street nigga turned cop, law and order. I got all this money stacked to the top, I'm a hoarder. My plug El Jefe, Trump don't send him cross the border. I be in them houses in the hills, ain't no loitering. You don't like the number one option, go explore again. You gotta pay to play, bitch, you can't even afford to win. Can't get no legal money, then I'm knocking on doors again. I'm a big fish, they were big fan, you little shrimp. Get him kick flip, gang of rip shit, little dip shit. I'm really him, bitch, you don't think I'm the shizness. Musta forgot or something, niggas must got dementia. A couple rap niggas going broke, better not mention us. Keep that pole on, nigga, better not get intense with us. Make the wrong move, then another one bites the dust. Bitch weak, but she might get lucky when I be lustin'. Talking cheap, bitch, give me some money, then I can fuck with you. It's a celebration, look like Hanukkah when I'm in all my jewels. A bitch nigga better not say nothing when I'm in all my goons. Nigga thought he was Rocky Balboa, but I pity the fool. The plug got more served than Winnie the Pooh. It's a lot of niggas getting rich, all shit we influence. The Call of Duty chops made his whip Paul Walker. Bitch, these Rick Owens, no, these ain't no Bob Barkers. You can trophy up, you just gotta ball harder. Another street nigga turned cop, law and order. I got all this money stacked to the top, I'm a hoarder. My plug El Jefe, Trump don't send him cross the border. I be in them houses in the hills, ain't no loitering. You don't like the number one option, go explore again. After hit the bitch, you can have her, she's yours again. A boss, that's for sure, I can open up doors for niggas. The plug on fire, player me, I torture nigga. A Pokemon wanna see me involved, I morph on shit. Can't fuck with me, a big dog, I'm King Corso living. If you ain't got a pool boy, I ain't going back and forth with niggas. Wearing fake designer, and even Marcus don't even know you niggas. Nothing like you, never been normal, I thought I told you niggas. I feel like Neo 1-on-1, I don't know no equal. The only people saying fuck the streets probably told on people. If you don't like me as fuck you, I ain't finna act cordial with niggas. If you ain't talking money, watch how fast I abort that mention. I don't beef with niggas I never met, stop trying to force that tension. You gotta pay for promo, you can't afford my mention. I'm like the clan, I hate niggas, when I get bored I lynch them. Treat the foreign coupe like a scraper, when I get bored I drift. The Call of Duty chops made his whip Paul Walker. Bitch, these Rick Owens, no, these ain't no Bob Barkers. You can trophy up, you just gotta ball harder. Another street nigga turned cop, law and order. I got all this money stacked to the top, I'm a hoarder. My plug El Jefe, Trump don't send him cross the border. I be in them houses in the hills, ain't no loitering. You don't like the number one option, go explore again.
Let me get a long list. Drake on the count of 3, man. He better hear this shit, man. 1, 2, 3. That's right, that's right.
What? Hey JoJo, turn that bitch up.
We tell you rich shit, just bop, it's free night. 40-pound watch, how you fight for your life. Brody locked up in the cage, you see him tryna take a strike. Niggas tryna rock the wave, so I'm just taking niggas ice. Gang. Fuck the rap beef, so I get lit in real life. Baby RP, cause I ain't really tryna fight. I'm Mr. Walker, good going, so ain't no fighter for your life. This new chop, tryna fully, ain't no stop, it's on sight. Light against the lake, you tryna ride me like a bike. Sauce already needs Christian blues with the spicer, nigga. I up in the county. Sending blues for the spicer, nigga. I up in the county. Sending blues for the spice. Fuck this rap shit, I just bust. 20 bands, nothing, I see 50, I'm a tub. Falling to the back, it ain't no ass sniffing, yeah. Niggas posting throwbacks, but they still tryna sub. Fuck, you know what I'm saying, buck, I give it all to my sons. 2 baby boys, but they still want one. You know what I'm saying, buck, I give it all to my sons. 2 baby boys, but they still want one. Take risks, it just bop, it's free night. 40 bad watch, how you fight for your life. Brody locked up in the cage, see him tryna take a strike. Niggas tryna rock the wave, so I'm just taking niggas ice. Yeah, fuck the rap beef, so I got lit in real life. Baby, RP, cause I ain't really tryna fight. I'm Mr. Walker, good gone, so ain't no fighter feel like this.
Nigga know what's going on, man. Rich Pice game, what I say. Hey, got all the more forget. I went to Cash for Go, got 40. Mason, my hearts came collab. They also a Mary. My boogers fucking up my eyes, got clarity cut. Coffee cup filled with Quagmire. Spent a couple hundreds. The hottest Pice on the east, man. She love that shit. Every time her name on my song, she say I make her blush. That's my little hottie, got her name on my crib face. And I'm getting money, her next chain gon' say Deuce face. This BB sent me hold the Glock, my jeans too big. Wings on my jeans, not the regular. he say robbing. Like, why the fuck I'm wrapped up and I'm still out here robbing? Nigga, diamonds off from my field. Little boy better stop the game, man. Nigga know what the fuck going on, man. Rich Pricey gang, the hottest in the city, though. Know what's going on, man. East to the west.
I want to know more about silver right now, bro. I was a little high earlier. Let's hear what this bitch has.
This is 3 kilos of silver. 2 years ago, it was roughly worth around $2,100. Nowadays, as of January 2026, it's now worth almost $9,000. What the f is going on? What's about to happen next? I'm a jeweler down here in Miami. I work with silver every single day. I melt it, fabricate it, sell it, and buy it. I'm not a hedge fund manager. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm telling you what actually happens in the real world. How we got here, what's about to happen, and my prediction for what's gonna happen to silver in 2026. This is 3 kilos of silver. 2 years ago, it was...
He a bitch. He scammed me.
Was it worth it to buy silver from Costco? So about a year ago, I paid $1,300 for these 4 silver bars, but they were only worth $1,200 at the time. Now, silver prices have gone up about 70%, making these bars worth over $2,000, or about a $900 profit. Do you think it was worth it? Was it worth it to buy silver from Costco?
I'm about to go buy some silver from Costco's. I called, but they said they ain't had none.
Let's see what happens when I just put these bars right down, right here. As you can see, they start to move. Why are they moving? Well, because they say silver, but what's happening is the nitric acid is mixing with the copper and making nitric dioxide. The reason being is that these are a scam. Someone coats copper with silver coating and is trying to steal your money and selling these somewhere, somehow, and people are putting them in the vault, making this crazy gas that mixes in. So it's because of thieves is the answer. You gotta be careful with your money.
Yeah, we ain't giving no nigga no money for no shit like that.
This is what 5 grand in silver looks like compared to gold. The silver first. And there we go, 5 grand in silver. Now let's compare that to how 5 grand in gold looks like. Wow, big difference. Leave a like, guys.
What the fuck was that video even? Like, bitch, duh.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is the first look at the current industry-leading AI app builder, and you wouldn't believe the kind of apps that people are creating.
September 22nd, 1992, 1:30 a.m., Stardust Casino, Las Vegas. Bill Brennan walks toward the front exit carrying a gym bag. Inside the bag, $225,000 in cash. Under his arm, a cardboard box labeled ATM Supplies. Inside the box, $280,000 in casino chips. Total weight, 50 pounds, about the size of a microwave oven. A security guard stands at the entrance. He's watching the slot machines, looking for cheaters, card counters, con artists. He's not watching Bill Brennan. Bill walks past him, 20 feet, 30 feet, 50 feet. He's outside. The cool desert air hits his face. Bill can see his car in the parking lot. A brown 1987 Honda Civic. The most forgettable car in America. He loads the bag and box into the trunk. Gets in the driver's seat. Turns the key. The engine starts. Bill Brennan drives out of the Stardust parking lot at 1:34 a.m. Speed limit. Turn signals. Everything normal. Just another employee going home after a long shift. In 5 hours, the casino will discover $507,361 is missing. By then, Bill Brennan will be 300 miles away, with his cat, starting a new life, or dead in the desert with a bullet in his head. This is the story of the cleanest inside job in Las Vegas history. No guns, no masks, no threats. Just a 34-year-old cashier who figured out that the best disguise is acting normal. 33 years later, Bill Brennan has never been found. The money was never recovered. The chips were never cashed. He's either the smartest thief in Vegas history or the perfect victim of the man who taught him how to steal. Now let's go back 6 weeks before the heist. August 1992, 6 weeks before the heist. Bill Brennan sits in a 24-hour diner off the strip. It's 3 a.m. The only other person there is a man sitting across from him. They call him the...
Was he cooking, chat? He kind of got up out of there.
Gambler. Nobody remembers his real name. He's the type of guy who bets $50,000 on Monday Night Football and doesn't blink when he loses. He's also the type of guy everyone knows is connected to something dirty. The dealers whisper about him, the pit bosses watch him, but nobody can prove anything. Bill has been a cashier at Stardust for 4 years. He's 34 years old, makes $8 per hour, lives alone in a small apartment with his cat. Every night, Bill counts between $200,000 and $500,000 in cash. Then he walks it to the vault, locks it up, goes home. The gambler slides a book across the table. How to disappear completely and never be found. Bill picks it up, looks at the cover, laughs nervously. The gambler doesn't laugh.
You make $8 an hour. You handle $500,000 every night. You see the problem?
Bill stops laughing. The gambler leans forward.
You know what your boss makes? $80,000 a year. You know what the casino makes off that Monday Night Football money you count? Millions. And they pay you $8 an hour.
Bill has thought about this. Of course he's thought about this. Every cashier who handles casino money thinks about it. But thinking and doing are different things. The gambler can see Bill thinking.
You asked for a promotion last month. They said no. You're not management material, Bill. You're just the guy who counts their money.
This is true. Bill did ask for a promotion. They denied him. Said he wasn't leadership material. The rejection hurt more than Bill expected. The gambler stands up, drops cash on the table for the...
Bill ass wasn't playing, nigga. He hit a lick on they bitch ass. Mean pal.
Coffee.
You want to count their money forever? Or you want to do something about it?
He walks out. Bill sits alone with the book for 20 minutes. Then he takes it home. That night, Bill Brennan makes a decision that will change everything. Over the next 6 weeks, Bill and the gambler meet 5 more times. Always different locations. Always cash transactions. Always after midnight.
The gambler teaches Bill 3 lessons. Lesson 1,
The best time to rob a casino is after Monday Night Football. Every degenerate gambler in America bets on Monday Night Football. The sportsbook is drowning in cash that needs counting. On a typical Monday night, the Stardust Sportsbook takes in over $500,000. That's the night you hit them. Lesson 2. You don't need to disable security cameras. Cameras record everything, but humans only review footage when something looks wrong. So the trick is to not look wrong. Bill starts testing this. He walks different routes through the casino, carries boxes at odd hours, stops to tie his shoe in random locations. Nobody stops him. Nobody asks questions. After 4 years of being the invisible employee, Bill has earned the ultimate privilege, being ignored. Lesson 3. The hardest part isn't stealing the money. It's disappearing afterward. The gambler explains it like this.
This sounds pretty intense.
You steal $500,000 from a Vegas casino, the FBI will hunt you forever. But they can only find you if you make mistakes.
The mistakes people make, using credit cards, calling family, staying in America. The gambler gives Bill a contact. A guy in Mexico who makes fake passports. Another guy in Canada who can set up new bank accounts. A third guy who specializes in making people disappear. Bill writes it all down in a notebook, then burns the notebook. By mid-September, Bill has memorized everything. The plan is simple. Step 1. Work the Monday Night Football shift. September 21st, 1992. Giants versus Bears. Step 2. Count the money like always, but pack it in a gym bag instead of the vault deposit bags. Step 3. Walk out the front entrance at 1:30 a.m. Act normal. Don't run. Step 4. Drive to Mexico. Cross the border before dawn. Step 5. Disappear. Forever. The plan has one massive flaw. Bill has to trust the gambler. And the gambler is the kind of guy who might kill Bill in the desert and take all the money. But Bill is desperate, and desperate people take risks that sane people avoid. September 21st, 1992, the day before the heist. Bill withdraws his entire savings from the bank, $3,400. He packs a bag with clothes, documents, and photos of his cat. That night, he works his regular shift, 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. Everything normal. He jokes with coworkers, complains about the Monday Night Football crowds, acts exactly like he does every Monday. At midnight, he takes his break, walks to a payphone outside the casino, calls the gambler. The conversation lasts 8 seconds.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Bill hangs up, goes back inside, finishes his shift. Tomorrow night, he'll either be free and rich or dead and buried.
Listen to this. There's no excuses anymore.
September 21st, 1992. Monday Night Football, Giants versus Bears. The Stardust Sportsbook is packed. Every TV is showing the game. Every betting window has a line. By halftime, the sportsbook has taken in $400,000. By midnight, it's over $500,000. Bill arrives for his shift at 4 p.m. He's worked this shift 100 times. But tonight, his hands shake when he punches his time card. A co-worker notices.
You okay?
Didn't sleep well.
Big night tonight. Monday Night Football money. Hope you're ready to count?
Bill is ready. He's been ready for 6 weeks. The game ends at 11:30 p.m. Giants win. The sportsbook closes the betting windows. Managers start calculating payouts. At 1 a.m., Bill enters the counting room. The door locks behind him. He's alone with $507,361 in cash and chips. For 4 years, Bill has counted this money and walked it to the vault. Tonight, he's walking it to his car. His gym bag sits under the counting table, the same Nike duffel he's carried every night for 4 years. Managers see it and think, there goes Bill with his gym bag. Tonight, the bag will leave with $225,000 inside. Bill starts packing. His hands shake. He forces them steady. Can't look nervous. Can't act guilty. $100 bills, $50 bills, $20 bills. Each stack weighs about a pound. Bill to a cardboard box labeled ATM supplies, empty. Nobody checks empty boxes. 1:15 a.m. 15 minutes until freedom. Bill zips the gym bag, stacks the box on top. Everything is ready. Then the door opens. Bill's boss walks into the counting room. Scotty Shetler, the man who hired Bill 4 years ago. The man who denied Bill's promotion request last month. Bill freezes. The gym bag is sitting on the table, closed, but suspicious. The box is next to it. A cashier doesn't leave the counting room with a gym bag and a box. If Scotty asks what's in the bag, Bill is done. Scotty is holding a clipboard, reading something. Inventory sheets, probably. His eyes don't leave the paper.
You almost done with the count?
Bill's throat is dry. His voice comes out surprisingly steady.
5 minutes.
Scotty nods. Still reading the clipboard. Still not looking at the bag.
New girl called in sick tomorrow. You'll need to train her replacement Thursday.
Bill's heart is hammering so loud he's sure Scotty can hear it.
Sure thing. Great. Lock up when you're done.
Scotty walks out, closes the door. Bill doesn't move for 30 seconds. His legs are shaking. His hands are sweating. If Scotty had looked at the table for 1 second, if Scotty had asked, what's in the bag, if Scotty had stayed to chat, Bill would be in handcuffs right now. But Scotty didn't look. Because Scotty trusts Bill. Everyone trusts Bill. That's the whole plan. Be so trustworthy that nobody questions you. 1:20 a.m. 10 minutes until freedom. Bill takes a breath, picks up the gym bag. It weighs 40 pounds. The box weighs another 10. Combined, 50 pounds. He can barely lift both, but he has to. Because in 10 minutes, Bill Brennan will walk out of this casino and never come back. 1:30 a.m. Bill leaves the counting room, gym bag over his shoulder, cardboard box under his arm. His plan, walk out the front entrance. The same route he takes every night. Act normal. Don't run. Don't look nervous. The problem, there's a security guard at the front entrance. And sometimes randomly, he checks employee bags. Company policy. If the guard checks Bill's bag tonight, Bill goes to prison for the rest of his life. Bill walks through the casino floor, past the slot machines, past the poker tables, past the blackjack dealers counting chips. Everyone sees him. Nobody notices him. That's Bill's superpower. 4 years of being invisible. 4 years of being the guy who nobody remembers. He passes a drunk couple arguing about their hotel room. The woman is crying. The man is yelling. Casino security is watching them, ready to intervene if things escalate. Nobody is watching Bill. 50 feet to the exit. 40 feet. 30 feet. The security guard is ahead. He's standing near the doors, watching the slot machines, looking for cheaters. Bill keeps walking. Normal pace, normal expression, 20 feet, 10 feet. The guard glances at Bill. Bill nods. The guard nods back. They do this every night. 5 feet, 3 feet. Bill walks past the guard. He's outside. The cool night air hits his face. September in Vegas, still 80 degrees at 1:30 a.m.
He wiggled. That's all I'm gonna say. He wiggled. What y'all think? Did he finesse? I think he finessed.
Bill can feel the sweat on his back. His hands are shaking, but he made it. He's outside. His car is in the employee parking lot. Row E space 14. The same space Bill parks in every night. A brown 1987 Honda Civic. 4 doors. Completely forgettable. Bill walks to the car. Normal pace. Not running. Just an employee going home after a long shift. He opens the trunk. Loads the gym bag. Loads the box. Closes the trunk. Gets in the driver's seat. Puts the key in the ignition. Pauses. This is it. Once he starts the car and drives away, there's no going back. Bill Brennan will cease to exist. He'll become someone else. Someone with a fake name and a fake past. He'll never talk to his family again. Never use his real name. Never return to Pennsylvania. For $507,361, after taxes and expenses, maybe enough to live on for 10 years. Is it worth it? Bill turns the key. The engine starts. He drives out of the parking lot at 1:34 a.m. Turn signals, speed limit, everything normal. In his rearview mirror, the Stardust Casino glows with neon lights. Bill has worked there for 4 years. It's been his entire life. Now, it's in the past. Bill drives east on Flamingo Road, toward Boulder City, toward the desert, toward Mexico, toward freedom or death. He won't know which until morning.
If Zoom is what you're recording your podcast with, then you're missing out on better quality. But I got you. Riverside is your one-stop shop for creating your...
2 a.m. Boulder City, Nevada, 30 miles from Vegas. Bill stops for gas, pays cash, buys cat food. The clerk remembers him later because who buys cat food at 2 a.m.? Bill's cat is in the back seat, in a carrier. He picked him up at midnight before his shift. Bill Brennan isn't the kind of man who abandons his cat. 3:30 a.m. Bill crosses into Arizona. Speed limit, turn signals. Everything normal. If a cop pulls him over for speeding, the game is over. 6 a.m. St. George, Utah. Bill checks into a motel, pays cash, fake name, shows his Pennsylvania driver's license. The clerk doesn't look closely. She remembers the cat, though.
Friendly gray tabby.
Bill sleeps 4 hours. Then he's back on the road. The plan? Drive to Mexico. Fake passport, disappear. But at 7:30 a.m. in Las Vegas, the vault supervisor opens the safe and realizes Bill Brennan just robbed the Stardust. 7:30 a.m. September 22nd, 1992. The vault supervisor opens the safe. The Monday Night Football deposit is missing. $507,361 gone. She calls Bill's boss. He rushes to the casino. Security reviews the footage. There's Bill at 1:32 a.m., walking out with a gym bag and box. Past the guard, out the front doors, into his car. He's on camera committing the crime. But he looks so normal that nobody noticed. Police check his apartment. Empty. No furniture. No cat. Only books about changing identities and a calendar with September 22nd circled in red. By noon, Bill Brennan is on FBI's most wanted list. But Bill is already gone. The FBI finds 2 leads. Gas station in Boulder City. 2 a.m. Man bought cat food. Motel in St. George, Utah. 6 a.m. Guest with Pennsylvania ID and a gray cat. After that, nothing. No credit cards. No phone calls. No border crossings. The shady gambler, gone too. Disappeared 3 days after the heist. The FBI sets up a tip line. Hundreds call. None lead anywhere. 1 year later, they close the active investigation. 14 years later, in 2006, they dropped the case. Statute of limitations expired. That same year, the Stardust closes. They blow it up in 2007. The casino is gone. The agents are retired. But Bill Brennan is still winning. 33 years later, he's either free or dead. Nobody knows. That's what makes this perfect.
W. Bill, he's a
Las Vegas, Nevada. MGM.
That nigga Bill is a fucking legend.
Grand Casino. September 1997. You're watching a man place a bet, $20 million, on a single hand of blackjack. His name is Kerry Packer. He's 59 years old, Australian media billionaire, one of the richest men in the world. And right now, he just lost. The dealer flips the cards. Packer busts. $20 million, gone, in 30 seconds. The casino staff breathes easier. The pit boss relaxes. $20 million in profit. Best night of the year. But here's what they don't know yet. In this exact moment, they didn't win $20 million. They lost $40 million. Because Kerry Packer doesn't just gamble. He counts. He calculates. He remembers every card. And he's about to prove that even the house doesn't always win. This is the story of the highest stakes gambler in history. The man who walked into Las Vegas with unlimited money. And
if you've ever seen someone go totally viral overnight, it may seem like plain luck. But for many artists, like the ones we work with,
walked out with more. The casinos never saw him coming. Sydney, Australia, 1974. Kerry Packer inherits his father's media empire, Australian Consolidated Press, television stations, magazines, newspapers. His father, Frank Packer, built it from nothing, made it one of Australia's biggest companies. Kerry watched his father work.
So my nigga was out here cooking.
Learned how to build wealth, how to take risks, how to dominate markets. Frank was tough, demanding, expected perfection. Kerry grew up in that environment. It shaped him. Now Kerry runs the empire, and he's about to make it bigger. He launches Channel 9, transforms Australian television, introduces new shows, new formats, American-style programming. He buys magazines, expands into printing, diversifies into other industries. By the 1980s, the company is massive. By the 1990s, Kerry's worth over $6 billion, one of the richest men in the world. But Kerry isn't like other billionaires. He doesn't care about respectability, doesn't care about society's approval. He's rough, blunt, aggressive, says what he thinks, doesn't apologize. Once, a government official tried to tax his business more heavily. Kerry looked him in the eye, told him exactly what he thought, in language that made headlines. Another time, a journalist asked if he paid enough tax. Kerry's response became legendary. He minimizes his tax. Anyone who doesn't is a fool. He's not breaking laws, he's using them. The Australian public loved him for it. The establishment hated him. Kerry didn't care about either, and he loves to gamble. Not small bets, not casual fun, massive bets. The kind that make casino owners nervous. He plays polo, bets on horses, plays cards.
He sounded like he was going crazy.
But his real passion is casino gambling. Blackjack, baccarat, games where skill matters, where mathematics matters, where understanding probability gives you an edge. By the 1990s, Kerry is a regular in Las Vegas, London, Monaco, anywhere with high-stakes gambling. But money isn't the point. It never was. The point is the game, the thrill, the challenge, the proof that he's smarter than the system. And Kerry Packer plays a different game than everyone else because he has something nobody else has: unlimited bankroll. Think about that. In gambling, the house always has an advantage because they have more money than you. They can outlast you. Wait for probability to work. But what happens when a player has as much money as the casino? When losing $1 million means nothing. When you can lose 10 times and still come back for more. The math changes. The game changes. Everything changes. Kerry understands this better than anyone, and he's going to use it. Las Vegas, early 1990s. Kerry Packer walks into a casino. Any casino. And they know. Casino managers make calls. Pit bosses gather. Security watches closely. Because when Kerry plays, the stakes are different. He doesn't bet hundreds or thousands. He bets millions per hand. At the Bellagio, he once played 8 hands of blackjack simultaneously. $250,000 per hand, $2 million per round, for hours straight. No breaks, just playing. The casino had to bring in extra chips, extra dealers, extra security. At the MGM Grand, he played baccarat with $500,000 bets, won $20 million in one session, left a $1 million tip for the dealer. The dealer cried, couldn't believe it. $1 million for dealing cards for a few hours. At Crockford's in London, he lost 11 million pounds in one night.
I wish I could have been that dealer. nigga, he just cooked. $1 million for one night. Yeah.
British record. Didn't blink. Paid cash. Walked out like nothing happened. The stories spread. Every casino knows Kerry Packer. Knows his style. Knows his reputation. He's polite to dealers. Generous with tips. But demanding. If a dealer makes mistakes, Kerry calls them out. Not rudely, just directly. He expects competence, professionalism, proper procedure. And he tips big. Not just when he wins, when he loses too. If a dealer does good work, Carey pays them. $50,000, $100,000, sometimes more. Casino owners love him and fear him. He brings action, excitement, massive amounts of money changing hands.
An IQ of 85 to 115 is considered average in the US.
Other high rollers come to see Carey play. Gamblers, celebrities, businessmen. Everyone wants to watch the legend in action. The casinos make money just from people showing up to watch Carey, buying drinks, playing other tables, spending money in restaurants and shops. But Carey is also dangerous because he's not gambling for fun. He's gambling to win. And Carey Packer has advantages most gamblers don't. First, he can absorb any loss. Lost $10 million? Doesn't matter. He'll be back tomorrow with $20 million more. Most gamblers have a limit. Lose too much and they're done. They go home. They quit. They can't afford to keep playing. Carey doesn't have that limit. He can lose $100 million and still be a billionaire. Still have money to gamble. Second, he negotiates. Before playing, Carey makes deals with casinos. Higher betting limits, better odds, special rules. Most players accept standard casino rules. Carey changes them, says he'll bring millions in action, but he wants concessions, higher maximums, private tables, specific dealers, sometimes even modified rules on deck shuffling or betting procedures. Casinos agree because they think they'll win. They always win eventually. It's mathematics. The house edge guarantees profit over time, but they're wrong about Carey. Because Carey has a third advantage, the one they don't know about. He can count cards really well. Blackjack isn't purely luck, it's mathematics. Every card matters. When a deck has more high cards left, the player has an advantage. When it has more low cards, the house has an advantage. Here's why. High cards favor the player. Tens and aces create blackjacks, strong hands, better odds. Low cards favor the dealer. Because the dealer has to hit on 16 or less, low cards make them less likely to bust. Card counters track this. Keep a mental count. Adjust their bets accordingly. The most common system is high-low. Simple but effective. Low cards count as +1. High cards count as -1. Middle cards are 0. As cards are dealt, you add and subtract. Keep a running count. Positive count means the deck favors the player. Negative means it favors the house. It's not illegal, you're just using your brain, remembering cards, calculating probability. But casinos hate it. They ban card counters, kick them out, put their photos on watch lists, share information between casinos. If you're caught counting, you're done, blacklisted, banned from every major casino in Vegas. But you can't kick out Carey Packer. He's betting millions, bringing publicity, making the casino famous. And Carey doesn't count cards like amateur players. He's subtle, patient, smart. Amateur counters make obvious mistakes. They bet $25 when the count is bad, then suddenly bet $500 when the count turns good. That's a signal. Casino surveillance sees it immediately. Within minutes, they're watching you. Within an hour, you're escorted out. Carey doesn't do that. Carey bets big always. $100,000, $250,000. $500,000 per hand, every hand, win or lose. The bet is massive, but when the count is good, when the deck is rich in high cards, he bets bigger. $1 million, $2 million, $5 million. From the casino's perspective, it looks random. Just a rich guy varying his bets, sometimes bigger, sometimes smaller. But it's not random. It's calculated, precise, based on the count. And over time, this edge matters. A 1% advantage, 2% advantage. Doesn't sound like much, but when you're betting millions per hand, hundreds of hands per session, that edge is worth millions. Here's the math. Normal blackjack has a house edge of about 0.5%, meaning over time, you'll lose 0.5% of everything you bet. Bet one...
Chat, I'm going to fucking sleep, man. I'll be back tomorrow. W's in the chat, man. I was just trying to learn how to walk out and casino, you know, with some bands, but it's taking too long. So deuces.